All right, guys, let's get things started here. Welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday. It is amazing to be with you guys here today, the second webinar of 2026. Welcome to all. If this is your first time joining us, of course, welcome. I am Jason here, there on the left on your screen, and we are very lucky to be joined by David Rocklin, who is the digital strategist and so much more here at Brilliant Directories. David, thanks for taking the time to join us on the webinar.
Hey everyone, so glad to be back with you for another webinar. Happy 2026. Exciting year so far. This is going to be a very exciting webinar. We've got some great stuff to share with you, some great updates as always, and really looking forward to a terrific Q&A session at the end of this webinar here.
Awesome. We're going to have plenty of time for Q&A today. Let's dive right into it. Arlana's grabbing a bag of popcorn there. All right, we are streaming on YouTube Live, so if you are joining us from YouTube, feel free to say hi in the comments. You can also ask questions in the comments from both YouTube and Facebook. And we also encourage you to join and subscribe to the Brilliant Directories YouTube channel. You can head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube and click on that subscribe button. We'll drop the link for you there. It just takes a second to do that. And also, one of the benefits of streaming on YouTube Live is the replay video of this webinar will be immediately available after the webinar, and we will post it in the Brilliant Directories Facebook group. You can also join us there. Go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. That group is actually really inspiring. And I think we're close to about 20,000 members in that group. So if you haven't joined yet, all are welcome. You can ask questions. Even if you don't ask questions, you can kind of browse and lurk around and see what everyone's talking about and sharing advice and strategies for their membership sites. I'm in there as well. So yeah, I encourage everyone to join us there. Also, if you have a BD site, download the Brilliant Directories app. Just head on over to the Apple or Google app stores and search for Brilliant Directories, and you can see your Brilliant Directories site status on the go, new member signups, new payments, and more. And we'll be enhancing that app very shortly in these coming months of this year. All right, we do see some new names and faces out there. So just a little bit about Webinar Wednesday. First of all, big shout out to the BD community. Your suggestions, your feedback, they really drive the platform and the features we build into it. And week after week, the BD team is busy launching new features. And in the webinars, what we like to do is cover some of those newer features that you can take actionable steps on to help grow your community. And we'll cover things such as increasing traffic, converting visitors to members, improving navigation, how to generate leads and sales. So we'll do some strategy stuff. We also take technical questions. If you're stuck trying to achieve something, feel free to ask the questions in the comments now or throughout the webinar. After our little spiel on the lab updates and some other things, we're going to have plenty of time to answer your questions. All right. And we have a lot of lab updates that were pushed in the last couple of weeks. A lot of these are small patch fixes. I wouldn't say anything earth-shattering, but definitely quality of life updates here. I'll start with the first two. The two are related to the Brilliant Directories API. And if you have or you're using the Brilliant Directories API, it's a great way to connect your data with third-party platforms. So two new things here. One is you can now ping and fetch user transactions with the user transactions endpoint. Again, this is a little more technical, but for those of you using the API, this can come in handy. So you can fetch transactions and return the user's transactions to them. So if you're creating a third-party native app or interfaces, this is a great way to pull more data in. Now also with the lead matching API, so as you know, visitors come to the site, they want to contact your members. You can actually create leads from third-party forms and pages, or you can import them with the API. And generally, we've been limited to routing the leads based on the auto match setting. So they get matched with all the members who match the auto match criteria. Now you can actually send leads to specific user IDs, member IDs, or based on their email address. You could do it with the API or with Zapier or with some of the other integration tools too. You just define the user ID. So you can create a custom lead form for one of your members or a group of your members, and all those leads will get directly funneled to that member outside of your Brilliant Directory site. It'll bring those leads in. So pretty exciting stuff there with flexibility. The next one here is a Google Maps. So as we know, we've all seen it. Google Maps is kind of being a bit more of a stickler on pricing and things like that. So we're trying to stay ahead of the curve and we've introduced even more efficiencies to help reduce the Google Maps API requests. They do give free, generous limits still. So, if you have a starter site or you're just building, you're not really going to have to worry about this. But once you get more enterprise level with high levels of traffic, it does become something to keep an eye on. And we're just staying ahead of the curve with those additional efficiencies in how Google Maps works with your Brilliant Directory site. All right, this fourth one here, I can actually show you an example. It is for the coupon code. So if you're offering coupon codes with the Easy Coupon Codes add-on, it's a great marketing tool, giving new members a free month or $10 off or 1% off. But when you have a coupon code, they can also be applied to things like leads, digital products. And when the coupon code brings that price to $0, by default, it was still asking people who didn't have a credit card on file to add a credit card on file, when really they shouldn't need to. There are cases where you do want them to, but now the control and power is in your hands. So I'll show you this here. Let's go to finance and coupon codes. Perfect. And if we go to new coupon code here, and you can create your coupon code settings, but only for signups this setting existed, where you can choose if it would be applied to if it would ask for a credit card when the price is $0 after applying the coupon code. So you can choose yes or no. I prefer, especially for leads, digital products, and paper posts, these are kind of outside of their main membership plan settings. If they're a free member and they use a coupon code to buy a lead, I wouldn't maybe want them to see the coupon code field. It adds additional friction. So you can set this to no hide credit card field. So if that coupon code is 100% off, they won't have to bother entering a coupon code. It's a bit counterintuitive in some cases. So you'll have that with all of these new three, and it was always there for the signups and upgrades when people join your site. All right, this one here, again, nothing exciting, just additional admin security. We're implementing additional measures to block repeated invalid admin login attempts automatically. There are a plethora of security updates for admin login. This just adds to that list to help keep your accounts secure. And also a note, if you're logging into your BD admin area, we do recommend doing the 2FA, the two-factor authorization. So when you log in, it sends a code to your email, and then you can log in with that. It just kind of helps keep things nice and secure for you. All right, this next one here related to video support. So if you're using the post type for videos, where for YouTube or Vimeo, it also works with TikTok. Now it will also work with Rumble videos, TED Talks videos, and Wistia videos. So all you have to do is put that URL into the field and it'll work. Alternatively, you can always put any video embed into the description of the post, but this now works with just having to share the link as the video post type, how that works. All right, this next one here is related to Directory Discount Club members. If you're a Directory Discount Club member with Brilliant Directories, you get some perks. You get to purchase additional lifetime sites at discounts. Now you can see in your website's dashboard, if you're a Directory Discount Club member, you'll see this little badge here in your website's dashboard right next to your name here. And that just lets you know that you have Directory Discount Club status. And then if you need to make additional purchases for lifetime plans or the VIP add-ons club, you can reach out to our team and they'll just get you set up with your discounted rate. Later, we'll add the buy links directly here so you don't have to reach out to anyone. But for now, you could rest assured that you'll have this badge here. And generally, it's for users who have 3 or more lifetime sites attributed to their account. All right, this next one is coming soon. It's for post events. You're going to have a button, an add to calendar button for event posts, and they'll be able to add it to their Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar. It'll work just like it sounds. You're looking at an event. There's a toggle. It says add to calendar. Choose which calendar you want to add it to, and then it'll prompt you. It's basically a URL. It'll redirect to the calendar and just instantly add it there for you after you hit save. So that'll be nice for event posts, and looking forward to that one. That should be ready by the next webinar. So, and that'll be available to everyone, and it'll be connected to the events post type. All right, this next one here is for image optimization. We're just nerding out. There's a more optimized format of images. You might be familiar with JPEGs, GIFs, and PNGs. The most optimized format is WebP, and your members can use those, and so can you throughout your site. But we're going to have an option that will auto-convert member-uploaded images to be WebP format. It saves about 80% of disk space on the file size of the image when it is WebP format in many cases. So that should be coming down the line soon. soon, and you'll be able to activate it. So, sites like Facebook and things like that where you're getting lots of user-generated content, you want image resources especially to be small file sizes, and this is just going to help your site be in line with that. And then lastly here, as we turn from the new year, there was a lot of AI updates last year, and we're just getting our engine started for 2026. But we have the AI creation tools. We're going to be shifting to AI editing tools, so you can vibe chat with the AI as you're working on your web pages, newsletters, and posts, and maybe even widgets, so you can kind of code your own modules inside of Brilliant Directories. So that'll all be coming soon, probably in the next couple months or so, but it's definitely on the docket. And after we dust off some of the New Year's to-do list items we have, we're going to go head first into all this AI wonderful stuff. So leave a comment if you have any questions or thoughts about these. And yeah, with that, I'll pass it over to David. We do have some news. Some of you maybe received an email today about new pricing changes coming soon. Nothing is happening today or tomorrow, but we'll give everyone a heads up, and I'll pass things over to David. And you can also ask questions about the new pricing, and we can have a conversation about it, because we would love your feedback as we make this transition, probably happening in March.
Yeah, some exciting stuff here. Like Jason mentioned, we want to get this out right in front that nothing has changed yet. And some of the details that we'll go into here are still tentative. So nothing is quite finalized just yet. We did want to give everybody ample heads up so that you can plan for the future. Nothing will be changing with your current plans, but we did want to let you know what's in the works and hopefully get some feedback from all of you with what we're thinking about and what's to come here. So like Jason mentioned, we are planning a change to the Brilliant Directories pricing model. So really since the beginning, just a little bit of background. Since the beginning, basically since about 2010 or so, the Brilliant Directories pricing model has been relatively consistent. We've always offered the lifetime website plan. And then roughly 10 years ago or so, we started to introduce some of those optional website add-ons for enhanced functionality. We really wanted to simplify all of this and make it more accessible to new Brilliant Directories users, while also recognizing, our founding users who have been with us since the very beginning. So like we mentioned, we just wanted to kind of get ahead of this and put this information out there and get some feedback from all of you before it goes into effect. So overall here, our primary goal was to make the pricing of Brilliant Directories a lot simpler and more accessible. Currently, there's a few decisions to be made based on how many websites you want to have, what kind of pricing plan you want for those websites, whether it's monthly, annually, or lifetime. Then you have the website add-ons to decide on. There's a lot of decisions up front, which can create some friction and potentially lead to a little bit of confusion when you're first starting out with BD. And we really wanted to simplify all of that. So moving forward, the tentative change for all of this will be sometime around March of this year, 2026. But we're just going to have 3 subscription tiers, and that's it. They're going to be at different prices. So the lowest tier will, at this point, likely start around $49 per month, and it will move up to the highest tier, the 3rd tier, at around $149 per month. And as you move up those tiers, you unlock more functionality and higher limits. Again, all of these details are still tentative, and we'd love to hear your feedback on all of this. But this will hopefully provide a clearer upgrade path as you grow with your website, as your website grows, as you get more members, all of that. The main thing here, though, is that the lifetime plan is not going to be available once this pricing change happens. And there's also not going to be any individual add-ons anymore. Again, it's just going to be the simple 3-tier subscription model that you see here.
Yeah, and a good question, I think you covered some of this, David, is kind of why the pricing change, and really hitting the nail on the head. We hear it all the time. There's a lot of decisions and questions up front, choosing the website plan, the add-ons, and the type of website plan you want, like monthly or yearly or lifetime. And really, starting at the lower price point, like BD is just going to be more accessible worldwide, especially for new and early stage projects and builders. So the goal here is a simpler model, makes it easier to understand, less decision making. And we're also initially going to put a large discount on the annual plans with those. So I think the starter plan or essentials is going to start at $49 a month or $299 a year, which equates to about $25 a month. So we're really trying to lower the barrier to entry for users that want to get started with Brilliant Directories. And just a note here, BD started back back in, well, it depends where you count, anywhere between 2009 and 2012. So this isn't really a reaction to a sustainability issue. Again, we're just trying to make BD more accessible to more users. So the big question is like, all right, I have a lifetime plan. What happens to my lifetime plan? Am I going to lose my lifetime plan? And the good news is nobody's going to lose their lifetime plans. Your current lifetime sites and all add-ons will be fully grandfathered in. Nothing changes. We're not going to gatekeep core features. The VIP add-ons club will still include all the additional perks that we offer in the future. So you guys are going to be fine. As long as you just keep those subscriptions active, you won't have to worry about anything for the VIP add-ons club, and your lifetime sites will always be grandfathered in. So there's going to be no forced upgrades. You guys are our founding members. Like, we have so much love and support for you guys, and we're just going to continue delivering on what we've always offered in the past. So no forced upgrades, no changes are required or compulsory. What we're doing right now is we're running campaigns to give everyone who maybe wants a lifetime site to get it at a discounted rate. Anyone who wants a VIP add-ons club, we're really just unlocking almost like Black Friday pricing here to get our existing founding users at the best value before we make the switch to the newer plans, which will also have value. But now for you guys, if you wanted to lock in a better value, this is it for you. You guys have an opportunity to do that. We're expecting a sunset date about probably mid-February, but realistically March 1st as we make this transition. Again, we're going to do a lot of warning and give everyone an opportunity to tidy up their plans and to get the best bundles for them. And there is one caveat here. As you know, Brilliant Directories has a directory discount club, and the promise of the directory discount club was forever and in perpetuity, you can purchase lifetime sites. So in the spirit of honoring your lifetime plans, for directory discount club members, even after this pricing plan change, you'll still be able to purchase lifetime plans moving forward. No one else will be able to, just directory discount club members for $249 for a lifetime website moving forward after this transition. And if you wanted to pin the VIP add-ons club to that, $249 per year for the VIP add-ons club, that averages about $20 a month. So again, it's going to be a better value than even the starter plan that we're going to have with the new pricing. And if you're uncertain if you have or are a directory discount club member, it's really easy to find out if you are. You can just go into your dashboard. I mentioned this in the lab updates. And basically, if you own 3 or more Brilliant Directories sites, you're automatically a directory discount club member, and you'll see this badge here. If you think you should be seeing this badge here in your website's dashboard and you're not, just email support, email your sales rep, email our accounts team, and we'll make sure that if you're supposed to have this badge here, that you in fact do have this badge here. And nothing is changing. You know, we did promos on campaigns on AppSumo, which provided tremendous feedback for the platform. Nothing is changing with any tier that you purchased from AppSumo. You get to keep all those in perpetuity for life, and we will continue supporting it. So in a nutshell, we're aiming to, as always, we've ran lifetime plans since over the last 10 years. We're going to continue honoring your lifetime plan. If you have one lifetime plan after this switch and you're not a directory discount club member and you need a new site, then you'll be able to do it with the new pricing tiers. But if you are a DDC member, you'll have links to add new sites for $249 per site into your account. So if you have 2 sites and you just want to make sure you're a directory discount club member, you may want to just opt for an additional lifetime site that will automatically put you into a directory discount club status. And then also let me share this link with you guys here. I know this is a lot of information to digest, but it's really all for the best. We do have this link here, brilliantdirectories.com/last chance. I'll put it in the comments here. And again, you have some time for this, but let me just drop that there. And basically, it's exactly what we just went over. You can lock in lifetime sites for $249. You can get the VIP add-ons club. If you have a higher rate, you can go ahead and opt for the $249 and switch to this lower rate here. And there is a bundle here to get a lifetime and a VIP club. It's about a $50 savings here. And then, of course, if you just have no sites and you're just hearing about this, you can opt for the directory discount club straight away. right here. So yeah, nothing's going to change with your lifetime plans. We're going to continue delivering core features to you guys. We're not going to gatekeep anything. And we're trying to give the additional perk to Directory Discount Club members who will be kind of special legacy grandfathered in members who can continue in perpetuity purchasing lifetime sites under their account and with that discounted VIP add-ons club. So David, is there anything else you'd like to add before we move on?
I think that just about covers it. We did have a couple questions regarding this, which we will get to, but really just want to hammer home the point that nothing will be changing with any of your current lifetime sites or VIP add-on subscriptions or anything like that. Whatever you currently have or do purchase before this pricing change goes into effect, you will be grandfathered in. There's not going to be any surprise changes or forced upgrades or anything like that. We really do value all of our founding users here, and we want to continue to support you and reward you how we can.
Perfect. And let me put some questions on the screen here. So Ryan from Directory Toolkit is asking, what is a full developer access versus something else for lower tiers? So assuming first step is to advise users to upgrade to get dev access then going forward. So the full developer access is an admin role. That's when an owner invites their staff or colleagues or a developer to work on their site for them. So to get the ownership status is you're the person who owns the site, the head honcho of your directory site. So I hope that answers your question. But full developer access in the admin roles is the owner of the site invites you and you'll just have sections in the admin that are related to developing the site. So for example, you won't have access to their financials and you can also customize those access points as well. All right, good question here also from Cody. If we have a lifetime site already and we want add-ons later this year, would we have to subscribe to one of the newer plans? So yeah, unless you're a DDC member, Directory Discount Club member, then you could get the add-ons later, the VIP add-ons club later. Otherwise, if you want some of the add-ons that aren't included in your current lifetime plan, you can pick from one of the 3 newer plans available as you need it. So that's a good question there. And yeah, we're going to work with everyone and make sure this is a smooth transition for you. Yeah, I think that's good. Continue asking questions if you need to, but let's move on to the Q&A for now. We do have some good questions asked here. Isaac is asking, is member post creation with AI still on the table? Yes, that is. Look out for that probably in mid or end of February. We're going to get a jump on some of the AI updates and allowing your members to create posts using AI in their member dashboard as a logged in member will be available as well. All right. Greg is saying, thanks for the image optimization update. Yes, coming soon for the WebP. That's going to save on a lot of file size on the images and help with page load speeds because smaller page sizes result in better page score speeds. Let's see. We got Roy here. Will it auto convert existing images to WebP format? I don't know if it'll do existing images, but definitely new images. I'll ask the team about that. I don't know if it'll be retroactive, but they might create a tool to do conversions probably in a phase 2. So that's a good idea there. Good question there, Roy. All right, let's see here. Question here from Ryan again. Can users still transfer lifetime sites to other users or to make a new user or client account? Do they need to have a subscription? So generally, yeah, you should be able to transfer your lifetime site to another user and they'll just inherit your lifetime site. We might put a stimulation on after this change if Directory Discount Club members are purchasing lifetime sites that if they're going to transfer it, that transfer is going to the new person who's not a DDC member would have to choose a new plan. But most likely for legacy lifetime sites, we'll still honor it during the transfer. So I think that would be a fair thing to do for everyone. All right, let's see here. 2 off-topic questions here from Dan. Is BD coming out with a few new template sites? So yes, actually, we're working on that now. We're working on new themes and new designs to kind of give you a jump start if for specific niches like lawyers or plumbers or lead matching and things like that. So look out for those in the coming weeks and months. And we're also giving our existing themes and demos a little bit of a refresh with regards to the design and how they look. All right, number 2 from Dan. Let's see here. I believe there was some discussion a month or 2 ago about having the ability to share posts across multiple sites. So for instance, if someone posts an event on one site, they would have the option to have it share on another site. Okay, so like passport functionality, if you're a BD site owner and you have multiple sites and you want to share posts between sites, the best way to do that, you can do that right now, is utilizing the webhooks and the post creation API. You can use tools like Pabbly or Zapier. And what you'll do is when someone creates a post, the webhook or the data will be sent out, and then you can choose to create a new post with that data on your alt alternate BD website. As far as allowing members to do that on their own, there are some, I would say, access restrictions. They would need to have a membership account on that site. I don't know if you want to moderate what people are sharing between the sites, but as far as logistically that can be done, how you moderate it and control it, those are things you can kind of work on with yourself or with a developer. All right, good question there. Okay, we have Bella here. Bella, welcome. About to purchase a lifetime 3-site sub. What is the VIP discount? So right now, everything is fully discounted. So the prices aren't going to go up probably any lower than what you're seeing right now. So if you go to that last chance page here, you can choose what you need. And if you go to the checkout page, you can even choose the quantity. So if you're getting 3 sites and need 3 VIP add-ons clubs, you can update the quantity here as needed. All right, good question there. Here's a great one. So Black Wall Street from Charlotte is asking, how do I control spam emails? Okay, so if you can specify spam emails, pretty broad term. Do you mean people coming to your site and filling out your forms, or there's other spam stuff? But I'll show you a couple things you can do right off the bat. First of all, if you go to your general settings, and everyone's got this here. If you go to your integrations tab, make sure you have restore the recommended block list. These are known things people submit forms with around the internet. Some adult related, some characters that are known just to be spam. So if you want to prevent this, make sure you click restore recommended block list. That'll get you our freshest list. Then also block spoof characters. So these are called homoglyphs, and they look like regular alphabet letters, but they're often used in spam emails and things like that. So if any of these are, and you could also restore this too, if any of these are found in your form submissions, when someone tries to contact your members or your contact form, make sure this is checked. And if any of these characters exist in that form submission, it will automatically be blocked. And then lastly, with form submissions on your site, there's something called disposable email addresses. These are throwaway email addresses a lot of spammers use just to sign up free accounts or spam sites with free accounts. And we keep this list updated. There are a lot of them. It's almost infinite how many there could be. But we try to stay ahead of it, and you can block disposable email addresses. And this effectively it'll try its best, but someone who will need to sign up with a real company email or Gmail or Hotmail and not one of these known disposable email address extensions. So 3 ways here. And if you wanted to elaborate more on what you meant by spam emails, I'm happy to elaborate more on that. All right, let's see here. I've got some more good questions here. Gregory's asking, is there a way to automate blog content creation with ChatGPT? Absolutely. I'll show you the easiest way to do that. You're going to want to use Zapier. And let me go to the Brilliant Directories blog. I love this question here. All right, let's go to Brilliant Directories. I'll share with you a video that will kind of give you a blueprint of what to do. So here, there's 2 here. So go to the Brilliant Directories blog, search for ChatGPT. I'm going to put this in the comments here, Greg. All right, let me hide your comment. So the screen here. So what this does is using ChatGPT for member spotlight articles or best of lists. What you're going to want to see is the automation one. So what this one shows you is when a member joins your site and fills in all their information, it'll automatically send that information through the webhook into Zapier, tell ChatGPT to spin up a spotlight article and then post it to your site automatically as a blog post. So that's when a member joins your site. So the trigger there was a new member saved their information for the first time. It's not going to keep doing it if a member resaves their information. You could use Google Sheets and use that as the trigger. And if you put a new title or topic into a new Google Sheets cell or add a new row, it can then trigger the Zapier or Pabbly workflow, whereby creating an article with ChatGPT and then automatically saving it and posting it on your site. So all you would need to do is enter a list of article topics or titles that you want into a Google Sheet. And when that Google Sheet has a new record or a new row of something you've added, the workflow will automatically start publishing articles to your site. I have a vision where I want to do this inside the Brilliant Directories dashboard, where you have AI kind of you tell it the kind of keywords you want to rank for. It comes up with article topics, adds them to a queue, and then with a scheduler once a day or once a week or whatever the scheduler is, it'll automatically create those posts for you on your site. That's just a vision I have right now, and it's something that I want to kind of get done. See what the possibility is with that, and all you have to do is approve the topics created by the AI, and then it will be on a schedule creating that content for your site, and good content too, stuff that's going to rank for SEO and for AI SEO, for AI that's crawling your site. So not just AI slop, but AI quality articles. So yeah, you can do it with this workflow right now. And yeah, let us know what you create with that. Excited to see. All right, we got some questions start up here. All right, let's see here. M. Patel is asking, what if I have a bundle purchase from your lifetime plans with VIP? And can I transfer both to a new user? So yeah, I think that was a fair question. If you have previous lifetime plans from before the transition, you can transfer them to new users. If you're after the transition, if you're purchasing lifetime sites with your DDC perk, your Directory Discount Club perk, and you transfer them to a new user, those new users will probably need to choose one of the 3 plans. So can't really pass on your DDC perk to them in that case. So good question there. All right, here we go. Good question from Leia. User case for my request. I've got a CSV with members. She's got an Excel file with members that she wants to upload to her BD site. And I have URLs to their logos from their LinkedIn page. But at present, I can't upload those unless they're uploaded to BD. And the image URL is from the Media Manager. It'd be good to be able to upload images with CSV from other sites. So this is a good question. Let's go to LinkedIn together and see what that limitation is. So let me just go to LinkedIn here and see what comes up. Let's just look at my picture here and see how this is, what the format is, because sometimes it's not as an easy. So there is an image URL. So if you have, you're mentioning you have, they've uploaded the thing. If it is an image on the internet, if it's a public image, we can open it in a new tab. And there it is right there. Let's see what format it is. It has to be a JPEG or a PNG. It can't just be a web page of an image because it's actually not an image there. Let's see what they did here. Yeah. Yeah, it just depends on the format. If it's a PNG WebP, I'm not seeing it. It's more of a link. Google Drive does this as well, but I think it's a good suggestion to see if it's something that we can step up with how images around the internet exist. Right now, they actually have to be image files. Let's ask ChatGPT real quick because I'm just curious. Let's just see what it says. Why is this not an image file format, but it's an image? Good question there. Let's see what ChatGPT says for us. It's getting a black screen. There we go. The URL is serving an image. Your browser shows it, but it doesn't have a normal file extension. Web servers don't need a file extension to send an image. The URL doesn't have a thing. LinkedIn uses CDN. Okay, the image format could be modern. The CDN technical file extensions. So your LinkedIn image is an image, even though the URL doesn't show you. That's okay. So how can I get the image format to paste? Let's do it simple as paste into Adobe Photoshop, right? Because Adobe Photoshop needs an image file. Not really. Totally fair question. Let's see what it says. Copy the image or open, go to file, open, paste the URL directly from a click. Okay, so it says it can read from HTTP. So I think this is a good suggestion, Leia, if you want to pass it on to the BD support team. It's not supported right now when it's not an image format, but it's definitely something we could improve upon. Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Comercios Zaragoza, I apologize if I butchered that name, but are you planning to create an add-on that allows us to create funnels with BD? Form, capture, thank you message, and link to payment form. Thank you. So it might be something we will explore in the future where if somebody fills out a form, they get added to a workflow, which can then have delayed emails to send. Right now, it is a limitation of BD. We do recommend using other workflow or funnel tools. With all BD forms right now, when somebody fills it out and that you capture that submission, you can send a thank you message and link to the payment form in the email. So let me quickly show you in more detail what I'm referring to. If we go to the form manager together and let's just click on any book here, ebook download. So if you click on an ebook download, let's say someone fills out this form. If you go to edit form settings, under submission settings, what happens after form submission? You can redirect them to another page that includes the information. Also, you can send them an email notification at the same time. So you can not only redirect them to a confirmation page, you can also send them an email. You can create your email, choose which template it is, and that's the email that will be sent after this form is created. But back to the submission settings, you could redirect to another page, display a success pop-up message or alert. So you can do some minimal one-time funnel things when a form is filled out. But as far as delayed, waiting 2 days before a follow-up email is sent, that's probably something we'll explore a little bit later in the year. But just so you know, you can redirect to another page, which includes additional information. And you can also send an email after the form is submitted, which can also include that additional information, such as a payment link. All right, good question here. Let's see. Geek Out is asking, what is your reasoning for not making DDC available for all grandfathered members versus those purchasing 3 sites? So Directory Discount Club status starts with 3 sites. So let's go to the Brilliant Directories site. So it's not something we're gatekeeping. It's just something that exists now. So the Directory Discount Club, you become a member when you own at least 3 sites, and it goes up from there. So anyone who has 3 sites is automatically a DDC member, whether they bought them all at once or at different times. So we're actually making that a bit more lenient for everyone. So if you are a DDC member, you'll be able to continue to purchase at the special discounted rate moving forward as our thank you for kind of investing and supporting BD during our journey. Okay, good questions here. So is there a way to add a team member access without giving them my login? Absolutely. Never give your Brilliant Directories login to anybody who's going to help you work on your BD site. So what we should do in this case, and this kind of goes to Ryan's question earlier, I think, about the full access, go to your admin accounts in the settings section. And what you can do is you can invite an admin via email. So let's do that together. So I'll just put jj@jj.com. You can select an admin role. They are not the owner of the site. You can give them different roles, like maybe just give them full access if they're just going to work on every aspect of your site. Or if we have preset limitations like content manager, they're not going to have access to your financial pages in the admin. They're not going to have access to your members. A developer, same thing. They're just going to have access to the sections of the admin which let them do their developer tasks, and so on. You can also create your own custom admin roles. And what you're doing is you're limiting the pages they have access to in the sidebar menu. So they won't see the pages they don't have access to in the sidebar. And if they try to go to those pages directly, it will redirect them back to the main dashboard page of the admin. So if you have people helping you work on your BD site, never give your login information. Invite them as a new admin and choose their admin role permission. That will be the safest thing to do. Okay, good question here. John's asking, where can I edit the verify your account profile page? The URLs account promo verify and account promo verify submit. So yeah, let's go there together and let's see if we can kind of help you out. Let's log in as a member, see if that's enabled here on this site. Perfect. Okay, let's log in as a member on this test site. And let's do this together. Okay, and let's see here, verify listing. Perfect. So what you're looking to do is edit some of the text here and this form, I think. So what we can do is we have the admin bar. Let's go to show widgets, and it's going to kind of tell us what and where we can edit things. Okay, so all this text here are text labels. So if you want to just change this text, you just change the label here. That's pretty easy. And if you wanted to, again, it's easy to change the text here. If you wanted to fully recode this, you certainly can. You would just edit this widget, Bootstrap Theme Account Verify Listing. You'd be getting into the code at that point. But if you want to just edit text messaging here, the text here, you can certainly do so. And then if you want to edit the form to modify what you're collecting in the verify account, it's this form here, listing verify account. I'll go ahead and click on that. And if you want to capture less or more information, you can edit this form, and then all that data will come to you. So far, it's asking like state license number, tax exemption number. So this is like maybe for a vendor or an interior designer or reseller. It's asking for this information by default. But of course, you can modify this to capture as much or as little information that makes sense for your industry and your website. So hope that was helpful. So a key to know this is kind of when you get to this page, you obviously know the URLs. Click on the show widgets and hide widgets, and it'll kind of highlight what and where you can edit certain things. Okay, good questions here. Isaac's asking, are there any videos or tutorials about using external forms to link leads to members by city or state? I'm not looking to use Zapier ideally. External forms that offer webhook support, if none exist, would you consider including this topic in a future webinar? So if you're using a third-party form like Typeform or Jotform, whatever form, Zoho forms, it might be, those are all third-party forms. They're meant to be embedded around the internet on random websites, and you get to capture the submissions from those forms. If you're looking to use an external form and you want to send that data into your BD site, you can do it directly with the API, but I know you said that you don't want to use Zapier. I would recommend using one of the integration tools like Pabbly, or even Zapier, to be honest. And let me show you why. We do have a video on how to achieve this. And let me just type in a Typeform and see what comes up here. Okay, so this one shows, there we go. This shows how to basically use a third-party form to create contacts, to create member records. But you can follow this exact methodology and create lead records. And yes, match them based on location and categories if you want to do that, city and state or category. So I'll share this video in the comments here. You can utilize the same methodology. If you don't want to use Zapier, it is a bit pricey. I'll admit that. There are so many now with AI. There's so many of these integration tools that exist. Let me go to our apps and integrations page. So you don't have to use Zapier. You can actually use 5. There's about 7 integration tools that you can choose from if you're not looking for Zapier. I think SureTriggers is now called AutoKit, but you can, let me share this page as well. So if you're anti-Zapier for whatever reason, whether it's cost or whatever it is, you can explore some of these other ones and achieve the same integration with third-party forms and creating leads on your site. So thank you for that question, Isaac. All right, Stacy's asking, with regard to events, how would you recommend being able to sell tickets for events through our site rather than referring to other ticketing platforms? So 2-part answer for that. It's one extra step, but you can achieve it. So what you'll do is you'll create the event post. And as you know, with the event post, you can link to, as you mentioned, other ticketing platforms. What you can do instead is for that event, create a digital product for the event ticket for that event, the cost of the ticket for that event, and link that as the place to buy the ticket. So you're going to create an event post and link it to the digital product. That is the price of the event, whether it's $19 or $20, etc. And we do have a video on that. Let me share it. So it is an extra step, but allows you to avoid using other platforms. Let's just type in event here, or let me search for ticket. And I think this video is a bit dated. It's a little older. However, the same methodology should still work. Yeah, this is from May 13th, 2025. And if anything, the workflow may have been improved or simplified further. But this will show you how to create and sell event tickets. And again, the crux of it is create and publish an event, and then create a digital product, and then just link them together, marry them together, link to each other, and that should handle that. And what's nice about the digital products and the event tickets is when you create a digital product for one event ticket, you can actually export that list of people who purchased that event ticket. So if you need that list at the door or whatever it is, you can export all the buyers. And then you can have that list of people who purchased the tickets. So it doesn't get you 100% there, but hopefully it gives you enough to kind of get the process going. Good question there, Stacy. Thank you. Okay, our good friend Arlan is asking, will the member AI be an add-on or for all? It's probably going to be a for all, and you'll be able to choose which membership plans and which post types for those membership plans they'll be able to use the AI creation tools for. So good question there. We just got to get that together, get the settings ready for you guys, and then you can release it for your members. And I'm sure it'll be great news for your platform. What's great about Brilliant Directories is as we push new features, that's news for your community. They don't know Brilliant Directories is running in the background. So you can just turn it into community news for your website that we just released XYZ, and they're going to think, you guys are doing all this amazing development work. And it is, because a lot of it is from your feedback and ideas, and everyone gets to benefit from the newer platform features that get released. So yeah, I think it's not going to be an add-on there, Arlana, to answer your question. Okay, seeing this question again, does the lifetime site seal come with the full dev access? Yeah, okay, yes. Lifetime plans have the full developer tools access. So let me just, now I understand the question better. So lifetime plans here have the developer hub. And the developer hub are things like htaccess, MySQL database, webhooks, the API. So all the higher level things that you'd want to do with your site come with the current lifetime plan and will continue coming with the future lifetime plans that you buy if you have the DDC. So yes, they do come with the full dev access. All right. And let's see here. I was planning on using Zoho Forms. Separate question. What is the recommended approach for members who miss one or two payments when we're not prepared to downgrade their accounts? Occasionally, a payment is made in a third month. You know how others typically manage these. I would make it flexible. Your goal is to collect money and revenue from your members at the end of the day for the service that your website is providing. If somebody is past due, pick up the phone, call them, say, looks like you're past due on your monthly plan. Why don't we upgrade you to a yearly plan? Make it easier for them. So at the end of the day, we want to be as passive as possible with our sites. But credit cards expire. People are out of town. They're not fully paying attention to your site. So what you can do is if someone misses a payment, you don't have to downgrade or put their account on hold. You can see in your transactions history who the past due people are. Let's go there together. This is a demo site. I don't know if there's any past due. Yeah, we do have some past due transactions here. So these are missed payments here. And yeah, you can see who they are, their phone numbers here. You can send them an email. With the billing reminder emails, Isaac, this is a huge one actually. If we go to add-ons and the reminder emails, the system can automatically send up to 3 past due reminder emails. You can space them out over a few days after the initial payment is missed. And it basically nudges them to log into their account, update their credit card, and pay their past due payment. Let me put a link to this here. This is tremendous for collecting past due payments, maximizing your recurring revenue. And again, just because someone is past due, it doesn't mean they want to stop paying you. 1 in a million things could have happened. They might have hit their daily limit on their credit card for that day you tried to bill them. Their credit card might have expired. They might have got a new card in the mail, or a number of things. So be proactive. These billing reminder emails are huge. And at the end of the day, contact them by phone, ask them how they're enjoying the service, and use it as an upsell opportunity. Turn that past due into an opportunity for even more sales on your site. All right, we're getting to the tail end here. Let's see here. We got more questions. Roy, thank you for the questions today. Do you have an example of a site plus admin area that has been white labeled? Please, I'm curious, what's the difference? Great question here. So regarding white labeled, so all BD sites on the front end to the user, doesn't matter what plan you're on. We never played the game of removing the powered by Brilliant directories on the front end of the site. So this is your site, you own it. In the admin area, if you want this white labeled, what does that mean exactly? Let's take a look together. So what it's going to do is it basically, the only thing in the admin that says it's Brilliant directories are the help tools like the BD bot, the help center pop-up. If we go to import a member, for example, let's go here together. There are some view import guide. It links to the Brilliant directories documentation. So when we white label the admin, which all you need to do is email the BD support team, say white label my admin, it's going to remove all the help the Brilliant Directories help assets. So basically, you'll just have your settings in the admin area, and you're not going to see any help documentation. So that will effectively, quote unquote, white label your admin area, and there will be no Brilliant Directories help links or chatbots or anything like that. So hope that answers your question. And this is available to anyone. This just email the Brilliant Directory support team. Share your website URL or site ID number and say, please white label my admin area for that site. However, if you don't need to white label your admin, the help and support links are very, very helpful. So I'd keep them. All right. Good question coming up here. This is from, I'm not going to try that one. I'll just call you AJ here, buddy. Can we use BD as a marketplace? And is there a recommended platform to create a branded app? So great question. So marketplace can be a couple different things. So Brilliant Directories is not a multi-vendor marketplace or like a Fiverr where the website takes a commission from completed projects or products purchased. So that requires a lot of oversight, especially for fraud and chargebacks, because the site is taking a commission of every transaction and then there's an issue. A lot of funds need to transfer back, et cetera, et cetera. What Brilliant Directories is good for as a marketplace is, let's use a very simple example, dentists. You make a directory of dentists and users need to be connected with dentists. So visitors come to the site, they find a dentist and they connect with that dentist. They make an appointment, they go to the dentist, it's all good. The dentist is paying to be listed, or it could be a lead. Someone needs a dentist in the Los Angeles area, they fill out your get matched form and you sell that lead to 5 or 6 dentists in the Los Angeles area. The dentist can follow up, or attorney can follow up, a plumber can follow up, and the dentist or plumber or lawyer pays a modest amount for that lead, whether it's $5, $10, $20, whatever is appropriate for that category. Probably lawyer leads are probably more expensive than dog walker, for example. And that's basically the marketplace you can create where you're matching two people. One person has a need, one person has a service, and they get connected with each other. What happens after they connect on your site is their business, which is good because, again, if you hire a contractor, you got a $20,000, $50,000 pool job, they found them through your site, you took a 10% commission. Now you're on the hook for $5,000 after a lawsuit. Just to me, it seems like a lot of work unless you have the infrastructure and the legal counsel to support that kind of an enterprise. So second part of your question, the branded app. So all Brilliant Directory sites are mobile friendly and most app builders have web views. So we'll just use AppyPie WebView. And effectively, it's kind of like a cheat code for an app. You can create an app and what it's going to do is just load your Brilliant Directories website into the app. You're not really coding an app. So you can use the term is web view inside the app, and you're going to create the app and it's going to load your site. As it is, you don't have to do any additional stuff. Now, the reason the Brilliant Directories API is so useful is if you want to create a native app where you're not just loading your BD site, you're actually creating an entirely new interface with all the data of your site, your members, and all the API endpoints that exist. You can have a development company code up an entirely new native interface for you. It's going to fetch data from using the API, and it's going to be your native app. So it just depends what stage you're at. And also, I would consider the usefulness of having an app versus just having the mobile-friendly website, and how much value and return on investment you're going to get for your time that you're going to put into something like that. As always, my suggestion is start simple. Get a minimum viable product up, see if people even like your marketplace idea and you're getting signups and traction, and then reinvest after you gain some traction. Don't try to build everything all at once, but based on what you're saying, it seems like an app for your marketplace is the business model. So in short, you can achieve it. You can get an MVP up. You can use the cheat code with the web view in an app with a lot of these app builders. So just search for an app builder that has web view functionality, and that should work for your BD site's first initial app without paying for separate development. That could be something you don't need right away. All right. Great question there. I like that one. All right. Neil from App Crazy is asking, what's the best way to trigger Zapier or some other workflows based on a second or third invoice being emailed? I think, I'm not sure about this one. Let's go to the webhooks together and let's look for payment. I think I could be wrong about this. If so, we should have one. Let's look for payment. Yeah, there isn't. a webhook when the billing reminder emails go out. What we need is a webhook. We do have the email out box, but I don't think it's connected to when emails go out. So this is all the emails that get sent from your site, including those dunning emails, the billing reminder emails that get sent out. Let me think about that one, Neil. That's a good suggestion. So that would be a webhook. At least we can do it simple. A webhook when the billing reminder emails are sent out. I would email the support team too, put a little bit of pressure on them, but I know we don't have it yet, but maybe they might have a different suggestion to me from what I'm thinking right now. But a webhook when the billing reminder emails are sent out would be useful with all the person's information and which billing reminder email is being sent out, because then you could take further action on that. So we don't have anything yet that I can think of off the top of my head, but email the support team, and also I'll explore that a bit more. It might be some low-hanging fruit for us. So thank you. All right, let's see here. Do you have a cookie policy that can be required by the user? Great question, Roger. So there's a lot of cookie consent tools out there. A lot of them are meant to just be embedded on your site, very similar to a live chat, and they take care of the heavy lifting. Let me go to the Brilliant Directory support area. I know we have a couple that we suggest and recommend, but these days is a ton coming out. Let's go here to support, and let's go. Where is it? Here we go. All right. So let's look for cookie, and not the kind we eat, and see if this pops up here. Let's do a search. Here we go. Cookie consent tool, Cookie Pal, how to add cookie consent. There we go. So what I'll do is I'm going to share this link. And what I did is I went to our support center and I searched for cookie. I clicked on the first 3 articles here, which are the ones that matter actually. So there's one specific tool mentioned here. It looks like they have a free plan, and so on. Cookie Pal, this one also has a free plan. So yeah, based on your needs, you could probably Google. There's probably more out there, and all you'll do is you'll just embed them here, most likely in your design settings. They're going to give you their little snippet of code, just like a YouTube video or a live chat. And you would just paste it down here in your footer or in your header, probably in your footer, and then you'll have cookie consent on your site. So there you go. That should help put you in the right direction there. All right, let's see here. Paw Productions, new here, welcome. I created a business directory. Is there a recommended way to validate business profiles when joining my directory? The goal is to ensure that the profiles are legitimate. So yes, you can moderate new signups. You can make that part of the application process. You can change verbiage around your site. And if it sounds like you want to moderate when people sign up, so let me show you how you would do that. And in doing so, I'll give you a couple tips here. Let's go to membership plans. Let's do something fun together with the AI right now. So let's say you have a free whatever account, application account, or whatever you want to call it. You can edit it, and you can do a few things. You can make this account like not searchable on the site, so they're not going to be found on the site. Or what you can do, the easier thing to do is under the sign up settings, under the first tab, sign up and upgrades, set the account to on hold, requires admin approval. And you can get notified when you get new signups, and and then you can choose the email they get, right? So what you can do is make an email. Let's do that together. That sort of, let's create, we'll just do create a newsletter here, but we'll create an email. And we'll say new application welcome. And we don't want to turn it into a negative thing, right? Like you're on hold until we approve your account, and they're in the jail cell and all this stuff. We want to make it something positive. So write a new email to new applicants who want to join our site. Encourage them to complete their profile as much as possible, which will expedite the approval process. Welcome them, be positive, and provide step by step on how to complete their profile. You can elaborate on this, ignore all the spelling mistakes, and we'll just hit continue here. And we want to turn it into a positive thing. And I do have something else to share with you because I love this topic. I don't like over moderating the sites, but let me go to the Brilliant Directory site here. If I can find my bearings. Nope. Okay, we're out of luck there. Let me just go to brilliantdirectories.com. All right. All right. I have a good one for you. So if we come to the blog, and we have this great video on, here's one on how to create drip emails. Someone was asking about funnel emails. This kind of shows you how to do it. I'm going to share this as an aside here, how to create funnels in a drip email sequence. But what I wanted to do was this one, how to onboard new members. This, even if you're moderating them, this kind of tells you how to create like ninja killer welcome emails that welcome them to the site, how to get the most out of your site. We want that user generated content. We want them to engage in the site and add content to the site. So the second one that I'm sharing, how to onboard new members, really talks about creating a welcome plan and helping convert those new signups so they don't abandon their profile or the listing after day one, and really keeps them coming back and really gets them on that day one to complete all their information. We have to excite them a bit to do so. So let's see. Here's the email. Welcome to Home Repair Pro. This was the AI. Why complete your profile? So, I mean, this could be modified, but the goal here is to put it in a positive light. We don't want to punish people just because they're under moderation. So set the membership plan to on hold, requires admin approval. Encourage them in a welcome email to fill out as much information as possible. And then create an alternate email when they've been approved, and then send that email after you approve them and change their membership plan to whatever tier. Or also, it's a great opportunity to call them. They've applied, they're under moderation. I see you join. Let me help you figure out what plan on our site is going to be best for you. And you might be able to get them on a higher tier plan, get them on a yearly plan, and really maximize the potential revenue opportunity from that person interested in your site. Again, as opposed to just passively waiting for people to upgrade or sign up to your paid plan. So outreach, I think, is very is not utilized enough. I think we are all passively waiting for people to click that upgrade button to the higher tiers, and it's really hard to compel people to go on those higher tiers sometimes. But a phone call can really change things. So unless you're ninja at your emails and the copy and content on your site, a phone call might be your best friend for increasing paid signups on your site. It's a good question there. Let's see, let's take Rachel here. Is there a way to create dynamic text in the main page heading, cycling between different trades, like find trustworthy plumbers, electricians, landscapers, and services? Let's have some fun here. Let's do it together. Let's go to our friend ChatGPT, and it will require just a tad bit of coding here. And let's see here. And what we're going to do is this. We're going to go to our design settings. And let's go to homepage, primary hero content, the best website to find top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a span. Again, it requires a little bit of coding because you're asking it to cycle through it. So we'll just put an ID and we'll call it terms. And we'll just close this. I'll share this with you after, and let's see if it works actually. Okay, so here's ChatGPT. Okay, I want my H1 to cycle through words. Change contractor to 5 different trades for a dynamic looking header, keep it lightweight code and surgical. All right, so I'm just gonna give it that. Okay, so it's given us this script code, and this is what it needs. So let's just what we're gonna do is copy this ID terms. We already have that in there. I'm gonna copy this from ChatGPT, and what we're gonna do is there's a couple places you could places you could paste it, but what we want to do is put it in the footer area. You really just want to do it in the homepage footer, and let's save the changes. And we'll see if our title works, if it transitions. Contractors, plumbers, there we go. Electricians, roofers. So we could take it a step further. Make the dynamic term with CSS, shiny AI looking gold text gradient. Okay, so let's give it a different color now. So, right. So it's given us the JavaScript again. Again, you're going to have to get into a little code here if you want it, but it's not impossible. And we're just going to paste that in here. And we don't need the style tags because we're in the CSS here. And this is going to give it a little color. I think this is a great way to close out the webinar here. Let's see if it did it here. No, it's not doing it. Okay. I'm not going to delve further into it, but yeah, there's definitely ways. Oh, I need to add AI gold to it. So let me take it a step back. Here we go. It added the AI gold. All right, back to the home page, back to here. Paste this in. Close our eyes, count to 3. And we got some color coming. Let's see if this reloads here. There we go. Not the nicest color, but it's shimmering, it's shining. So yeah, with ChatGPT, we can just tell it to do what we want it to do. Keep it simple. Obviously, if you're not familiar with coding, what I just did looks like, a foreign language to you, but you can watch the replay, kind of copy what I told it to do. It's probably better without all the movement and stuff, but yeah, you can definitely achieve something like that. All right, we do have some more questions. Guys, I'm going to cut it there because we're over time, but I'll tell you what, if you ask the questions in the Facebook group, I'll be in there to answer them after the webinar. Phenomenal questions today, and there's more to come. So thank you guys for all that. Please join us in the Facebook group. Ask your questions if we couldn't get to them today. brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. Also, those that joined on YouTube, thank you so much for asking all your questions. You can subscribe at brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube. And last but not least, we did a lot of talking today. We want to thank all you guys for supporting Brilliant Directories all these years. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/last chance and get the last chance deals to lock in your lifetime plans and your VIP add-ons club before we do the transition. And we're going to honor your DVCs moving forward. So on behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, we love you guys so much. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your support. Next webinar will be in February. We won't do it on February 14th, so we don't want anyone to get in trouble with their loved ones, but it'll be around that time. And yeah, it should be a super webinar. So thank you guys. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Cheers.